Okay, let's see. Let's do Olivier. Let's see who else is here. Shannon, would you, Matt, did you send me a list
I
of?
did. I put it, it's right there.
Oh, okay.
I already got you covered.
All right. I should have known. Let's see. Zach Robinson. And what are the parents' names?
Dirk Gunter.
I don't see him.
Jacqueline Olivier.
Your Honor, I don't expect that Miss Olivier is going to be participating from my conversations with her yesterday.
I've got 2 telephones. I'm going to see who those are and put a name with them so that if they're on a different file, I'll know when to bring them back in. Okay, I just let someone in with a telephone number ending in 3797. What is your name?
Sandy Lafanador.
First name is Sandy?
Yes, sir.
And I'm sorry, what's your last name?
Lafanador.
And what file, what case are you on here today? Which children?
Leilani Forge.
Okay. All right, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room. We just wanted to see who you were. We're not quite ready for your case.
Okay.
And we're having trouble making an audio connection with the gentleman with the stocking cap on. Does anyone recognize him?
I do not.
I don't, Your Honor.
All right. Well, clearly we don't have any of the parents on the Olivier matter. This case is scheduled for trial.
I'm sorry, do you want me on the record, Judge?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, Shannon. Too many things to keep track of.
We're on.
Okay, we're scheduled for trial in a week at 1 p.m. We had a request this morning to move this. Was this the one that we were going to move to 8:30?
Yes, this and
Yes.
Johnson.
All right. So Shannon changed the trial date on this one to 8:30.
For December 29th?
Yeah, there's another trial that afternoon that's not up today. Dakota Johnson.
Yep.
Move that one to 8:30 as well. So we'll only have one 1 o'clock trial remaining. Okay, and we did have a conversation in chambers about this case. We still have the problem of the parents not in the state. We're definitely going to have to adjudicate as to Nevaeh to make sure we get proper care and custody there, pending grandma getting appointed as guardian. And we'll decide next week whether it's going to be necessary for the court to adjudicate Zachary and Brandon. Anything else the court needs to address on the record on this file?
The court just included in its order that the grandma may file for guardianship. That way, if it gets done in the meantime, some way we wouldn't need to adjudicate.
I'll put that in the order.
Thank you.
So I'm leaving this all on for the 29th at 1.
No, we're moving it to 8:30.
Or 8:30, okay, sorry, that's my bad, yes, okay. And I'm moving Dakota Johnson to 8:30 as well.
Yes,
And I'm leaving Doris Lafitte on for 1:30.
yes.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's it for Olivier. The other pretrial we had is the Nefer minors. And let me see who I need to bring in for this one. We have Ms. Bowen. And I don't see her. I thought I saw her earlier. I don't see her now.
We can do the case without her if necessary, Judge. That's fine.
All right, and counsel on this file, could you identify yourselves for the record?
That way, prosecutor's office.
Timothy Williams on behalf of mother.
Mike Kelly on behalf of Mr. Kniefer.
Rebecca McCluskey, guardian ad litem.
What are the parents' names in this file? We've got Daniel Nefer. I don't see him signed in.
Donna Everett, his mom. I don't see her.
What's her first name?
Jana, I think. Sharon Ernst might be in there as well. That mom I know is in the middle of a parenting time. They just started a parenting time, so she might not be signed in.
Yeah, I don't see her signed in. Let me see. And I've got all the other devices identified except for this gentleman that we finally have a connection with. Let me ask him now. Sir, with the stocking cap on, what's your name?
Christopher Daisy.
Okay. I'm gonna put a name with your picture here so I know who you are, and I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, looks like we currently have a trial date of January 5th. We had a discussion in chambers about a request that the court order psych evaluations.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe Mr. Williams requested that the agency was going to set up, but because it's a termination petition, it gets a little more complicated with their policies and everything. So we just need that to be in the court order in order for the agency to make the referral.
And this is the file, Mr. Williams, in which you requested a jury trial or an in-person trial. I can't remember.
In-person trial.
I think I requested an in-person trial.
All right. Well, I'm reasonably certain we're not going to be able to do that on January 5th. I guess we won't know until a couple days before then. I haven't seen anything projected out that far. I guess we'll just kind of play it by ear. In the meantime, if we can do it then, we will. But if we can't, we'll have to find you a new date then. I'm just going to wait until we're closer to the date before we make that call. In the meantime, I will order psych evals for both parents, but Mr. Nefer's going to have to return to Michigan before I'm going to authorize any psych eval for him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I need to address on this file?
Your Honor, my client had indicated to me that he wanted, and I know the agency's kind of restricted as far as who they can or can't look at for placement. I'm just throwing this out there, but he apparently has a mother-in-law in California that the children are very familiar with. Her name's Maureen Everett. If the agency could look into her for potential placement, or if the court would even consider that. Thank you.
Well, I would only consider it if it's after a placement hearing, but I certainly have no difficulty having the agency look into it. Ms. Ernst, do you know if this person has been previously explored for placement?
Not entirely, Your Honor. I have been in touch with Miss Everett. She is interested in placement. However, she is indicating that her intentions are to move to Michigan. And I did ask her just to get placement of the children because it's possible to do, ICPC. She said she would like to move to Michigan irregardless of what's going on with the kids. So it's my opinion that it's best to wait until she is settled and established here. Otherwise, we're starting a home study on a home that won't be there in another couple months when she moves.
I agree. I don't think we should be looking at out-of-state placement when placement is planning on moving here. So once she has a home here and we can do a home study, I'd like that to happen.
Absolutely.
Okay, if there's nothing else on this matter, I will plan to see you on the 5th of January, unless we learn before then that the in-person trial is not going to be possible.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I think I'm going to handle the educational neglect matters next. So let's see.
They should all be in order for you.
Yeah, they're all here. So the first of those are the Hill children. So let me get Ms. Richardson in here. And let's see. I don't see either parent. Mr. Kelly's LGL on this matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Way for the petitioner. I do have a recommendation from Ms. Richardson for case closure because of the improvement in participation and communication with the school. Any objection? Oh, wait a minute. I see a parent. I missed that when I looked the first time. Okay, you are Ms. Elledge?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I just called the case of your children. I have a recommendation from our early truancy specialist based upon improvement in participation and communication that I close this case. I'm assuming you have no objection to that.
No, I don't.
All right, I'm going to grant that request. You're all set, ma'am. Just make sure your kids keep going to school and you'll never have to deal with me again.
All right, well, I'm going to keep on track this time. We're not going to be back at this situation.
That's very good. All right. You have a good day, ma'am. Merry Christmas.
You too, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I don't know how to leave it.
Okay, and let's see, next up. Leilani Folch, and I know her mother's here. Get her in. Okay, this is a matter of Leilani Folch. We have Mr. Brown, LGAL, Mr. Way for the petitioner, Ms. Richardson, early truancy specialist, and we have the mother, Sandy Afanador. I have a recommendation due to improvement in participation, recommending case closure. I'm assuming, Ms. Afanador, you have no objection to that.
Correct.
All right, I'm glad you've been able to address the issue. Wish you well. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
You have a good day, ma'am.
You as well.
Thank you. And let's see. Next is Kenneth Lewis, and let me see. If I have any parents here. Doesn't look like it. Let me just make sure. I don't like to exclude anyone. So Mr. Brown is LGAL, Mr. Way for the petitioner, Ms. Richardson is present with another recommendation, given that Mr. Lewis has done all that he agreed to, recommending for case closure. Any objection to that?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I will sign that order. Okay, and I think the last of our ed neglect are the Sasser children. And let me look for a parent. I do not see either parent present. Ms. McCluskey's LGAL, Mr. Way for the petitioner. Ms. Richardson's also present. Again, another recommendation based on improvements over the period that the court has been monitoring the file. The recommendation is for case closure. Any objection to that?
No, Your Honor.
Objection.
So I will be signing that order. And Ms. Richardson, I think that completes your cases for today, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate your reports. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Thank you. Okay. And let's see, we've got a post-term for Henry and Zachary Kemp. And let's see, Chelsea Kirkpatrick. Is there. And let's see if I've got parents here. No, obviously not. It's post-term. Pardon me. Okay, Mr. Hotchkiss is LGAL, and Ms. Chelsea Kirkpatrick is here. Is there an adoption worker yet on this file?
There is. Her name is Amanda Getting, but she's not present for today's hearing.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Hotchkiss, how are Henry and Zachary doing?
Your Honor, Henry and Zachary are doing really well. They're in the same placement they've been in for quite some time. The placement reports that the boys are happy, healthy, well-adjusted, and everyone's looking forward to move forward with this adoption. I have had an opportunity to review the report, and I'm in support of the recommendations. Thank you.
Ms. Kirkpatrick, do you have anything to add to your report?
I don't.
Very good. We'll set our next post-term for March 16th at 8:45. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And let's see, that brings us to Hunter and Daisy Miners. And let's see, we've got Ms. Legore. And Christopher Daisy, I know, is here somewhere. There he is. And Ms. Sackrider is also in the waiting room. All right, looks like we have a connection with everyone. So, counsel, could you each state your appearances, please?
Matt Way, Prosecutor's Office.
Rebecca McCluskey for Robin Sackrider.
Ken Hotchkiss for Christopher Daisy.
Ivan Brown, LGAL.
And Mr. Daisy and Ms. Sackrider are also present. Shannon?
Thank you.
Mr. Brown, how are these children doing?
They appear to be doing very well. I spoke with Ms. Sackrider last week, and she reports things are going very well. The report seems to confirm that. Just for the court's knowledge, I sent my affidavit via U.S. mail to Ms. Carroll on Saturday. I don't know whether it's been received yet, but I just wanted to let you know it's been sent. I'm in agreement with the recommendations that we can set an early review hearing when the parents have completed FRP. But I have no concerns. Thank you.
So, Ms. Legore, let me ask you, a lot of times when we have parents that are involved in FRP, we're able to close the file without further hearing upon successful completion of FRP. Would that be acceptable to you?
Yes, it would.
All right, I'll include that in my order. So if the parents do successfully complete before the next hearing date, we won't need another hearing. We can just close the file administratively. I'm assuming no one has objection to that?
The only problem, Judge, is I don't know whether there's a custody order between the parents. Right now, they are doing a shared custody. There's FRP in both homes. I don't know. It doesn't make any difference to me if they can get along, but I don't know whether the parents, DHS, would like a custody order so it's memorialized so people know exactly what their obligations are.
My feeling is when we have one parent, when we return with one parent and not the other, we need a custody order. If we're fine with both of them, then that's for them to work out, because this isn't the venue to debate custody.
Okay.
And there is a standing order that gives mom full physical. So if they wanted to debate that, they would have to do it through front of the court.
Well, as long as there is one in place, I didn't know that.
There is one in place, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. I want to congratulate both parents for doing well. It looks like you're well on your way to getting DHHS and this court out of your lives. I hope you're both able to do well, that you finish up this FRP process well, and I hope you never have to deal with us again for your sake. So could you keep up the good work? I will allow administrative dismissal upon successful completion of FRP. In the meantime, I will set a review hearing for February 9th at 8:45 if necessary.
Judge, could you go 2 weeks out from that? I will not be here for that date, and I need to handle this.
Okay, that'll be 23rd, I think,
2 weeks. 2 weeks after.
after the 9th.
Yeah, because that's only 2 months.
He's gone on the 16th too then?
Yeah.
February 23rd at 9 a.m.
Inconvenient for our case. I mean, why should Ivan Brown be more important than
Mr. Daisy, your case can close. Your case can close upon successful completion of FRP. So it may close before that date anyways.
Okay, well, my children have been through this long enough. I don't think his vacation is more important than my reunification.
I never said anything about a vacation. So that's your surmise. I could be going in for heart surgery. You don't have any idea, sir.
Okay. Well,
All
sorry.
right. If a hearing is necessary, it'll be February 23rd at 8:45. Hopefully, all goes well, and it won't be necessary. So
I'm sorry, at 9, Judge, it was.
I'm sorry, at 9 o'clock, February 23 at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I will see you guys at 1 o'clock. And Miss Carol, I left you a voice message. Thank you.
I did see it. I will get to it when I'm out of here, Ivan.
All right. Have a good day, you guys. I'll see you at 1.
All right.
Can we go?
Yeah, you're free to go. Messing with Ivan Brown. Okay, let's see. Looks like I got it ready for another post term. Brittany McLean. And that is well, I don't have any names with that. Let me look at the reports. Molly Wagner and Rita Norman. Okay, this is the matter of Brittany McLean. I've got a Haley Taylor in the waiting room. Is that someone that's with Brittany probably?
I'm not sure. I did send over yesterday to the residential the report, but I don't know what they will be signing in up under.
I'm going to let her in. I don't have anything else until 10:30, and I'm sure she's not on that file.
Yeah, that's her.
Here we go. That's the right one. Hello, Brittany. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Really good, thank you. Can I have, let's see, each of you identify yourselves for the record?
Molly Wagner, DHS.
As Brita Norman, Hands Across the Water adoption worker.
Dr. McCluskey regarding that item.
And Haley, of course. I'm not Haley, I'm sorry, Brittany, of course, is here.
Oh.
But she's with Haley Taylor.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't change the name. It's Brittany.
Oh, okay.
Brittany McLean.
Okay, Ms. McCluskey, how is Brittany doing?
Well, unfortunately, leaving the office unexpectedly yesterday. I was working from home last night and apparently had an old number for Holy Cross, which was disconnected. So I was calling the wrong number unknowingly last night. So I wasn't able to reach Brittany. I'm glad to see she's here this morning. I did review the report and I'm really, really happy to see how well Brittany seems to be doing. You know, we've had a rough road and it looks like she's putting in a lot of hard work and doing really well, especially with grades and therapy. So I'd like to commend her on that. Otherwise, I have no objection to the recommendation. Thank you.
So Brittany, how do you think things are going?
I feel like well, when I first got here, it wasn't going too well because I was going through a lot before I got here. But since I've been here for a year and some months, I feel like I've been doing way better with my treatment here and talking to Miss Palmer herself. Yeah, I've been trying to do better.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. And the report indicates that you are definitely making progress and we're all happy to see that. Ms. Wagner or Ms. Norman, do either of you have anything to add?
I know Ms. Norman met with her yesterday and they had talked about maybe a goal change.
Yeah.
I don't think that can happen today because it was just discussed yesterday and we need to discuss it and have a meeting about it. And so maybe at the next hearing that would happen. But Ms. Norman can speak on that.
I did inform Brittany of that yesterday, that we did need to have a family team meeting so that everyone can discuss a possible goal change and agree to a goal change. So she is aware of that. So I just want to make sure that moving forward that she is part of the meeting so that her voice is heard. But I agree we shouldn't change the goal today just because we do need to have a family team meeting to discuss it more openly and make sure that it is what's best for Brittany moving forward. But outside of that, I saw her yesterday. She was doing just fine. We were able to have some in-depth conversations, but I don't have any worries with her. I will say that her recommendation should stay able to have a family team meeting and discuss a potential goal change.
All right. Well, I'm going to set this matter for a review hearing in March 16th at 8:45. If you need an earlier hearing for implementation of a goal change, just let Shannon know. Otherwise, we'll address it then. So, Brittany, I hope you continue to do well. I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too.
Okay, Ms. McCluskey, were you able to get a hold of Ms. Reyes?
I was, Your Honor. I sent an email to, I think, everyone on the file. She was headed there and intended to come into the courtroom. I just got an email from her that may have indicated she changed her mind. So if the court wouldn't mind me taking a moment to try to call her.
We're not set until 10:30, so I alerted the folks downstairs to be on the lookout for her. I'll come back on at 10:30 and we'll see where we are then.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
I did forward the paperwork to you and Shannon, Judge.
All right, we'll get it printed out. So if she does come in, we'll be able to take care of that today.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you back at 10:30 either way.